What's up everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. Today we will go over what if the Punisher fought Bullseye. Now this has been explored in many comics, and I believe even had their own run between the two. Anyway, with Daredevil resuming filming the other day, and it was confirmed by reliable sources that both the Punisher, played by Jon Bernthal, and Bullseye, played by Wilson Bethel, will be returning for this show. So we may see this in live action in the MCU, who knows. I would assume these characters would cross paths eventually, especially since they are confirmed for the show, so here's to hoping that they'll be in Daredevil Born Again, or perhaps a solo Punisher show. Let me know what you think, and before we start, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I would really appreciate it. So I like the following template I did the other day for the Deadpool vs. Wolverine video, where we will start with some background of each character, a quick story between the two with a victor, and finish off with some comics that feature these two fighting. So let's just jump right into it now. First off, the Punisher, Frank Castle. His background: former U.S. Marine, devoted family man until his wife and children were tragically killed by the mob, driven by a relentless pursuit of justice and vengeance. Skills: exceptional marksmanship with various firearms, proficient in hand-to-hand combat and martial arts, tactical genius, skilled in strategy and planning, and extensive military training in various forms of warfare. Some equipment he uses: his iconic skull body armor, utilizes a vast arsenal of firearms, explosives, and combat knives, and even has a customized combat vehicle and equipment. His history, though: he first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 129 in 1974. He was created by writer Jerry Conway and artist John Romita Sr., and illustrator Ross Andrew. His origin story evolved over the years, with different stories exploring the trauma that turned Frank Castle into the Punisher. And now we have Bullseye, Poindexter. His background: expert assassin and mercenary, lacks empathy and has a sociopathic personality, often works as a hitman for various criminal organizations. His skills: superhuman accuracy in throwing any object as deadly projectiles, master of hand-to-hand combat and martial arts, peak physical conditioning and agility. His equipment: prefers using improvised weapons such as playing cards, pencils, or paper clips, occasionally using conventional weaponry, including firearms and blades. And his history: he first appeared in Daredevil issue number 131, 1976, created by writer Marv Wolfman and artist John Romita Sr., and Bullseye origin has been explored in various storylines showcasing his troubled past and psychological instability. Here's the battle. In the forgotten outskirts of the city, where the industrial hum has long been silenced by the march of time, Punisher stalks through the shadows, a dark specter moving with a purpose. The abandoned warehouse looms before him, its rusty exterior betraying the secrets it holds within. The air is heavy with the stench of decay, and the only sounds that break the eerie silence are the soft echoes of Punisher's boots against the concrete floor. Frank Castle, the man behind the skull armor, feels the weight of his mission bearing down on him. Weeks of tracking have led him to this moment, the final act in a bloody symphony of justice. His family's memory fuels the fire within him as he readies himself as the confrontation awaits. Above, perched on a catwalk like a hawk surveying its prey, Bullseye awaits. The cold glint in his eyes reflects the anticipation of a predator about to pounce. A twisted smile plays on his lips, confident in his ability to turn any object that he has into a deadly weapon against the Punisher. The warehouse itself seems to hold its breath as the tension escalates. The flickering overhead lights cast long, distorted shadows that dance across the floor. The stale air is charged with the promise of violence as the two lethal foes finally lock eyes, a shared recognition of the inevitability of their collision. Their first move is Bullseye's, a storm of projectiles unleashed with a precision that borders on the supernatural. Knives and even bits of debris are sent hurtling towards Punisher with lethal intent. But Punisher, a veteran of countless battles, moves with a grace that belies his imposing stature. Each deadly projectile is met with a calculated sidestep or a well-timed deflection as he weaves through the onslaught. Understanding the need to alter the course of the battle, Punisher produces a smoke grenade. A sudden explosion shrouds the area into a thick, disorientated haze. The warehouse transforms into a surreal battleground where visibility is a distant memory. The echoes of footsteps and labored breathing fill the void as both combatants recalibrate their senses. Bullseye, momentarily blinded by the smoke, struggles to regain control, but Punisher, utilizing the cover of the smokescreen, becomes a phantom in the mist. His movements are fluid and purposeful as he silently advances, closing the gap between himself and his adversary. As the smoke begins to dissipate, revealing the twisted metal and shadows of the warehouse. Punisher emerges from the haze like a vengeful spirit. Bullseye, caught off guard, finds himself ensnared in a merciless hand-to-hand struggle. Punisher's combat prowess is unleashed in a symphony of brutal strikes and calculated counters. The fight reaches a high, each blow echoing through the empty space. The tension is palpable as the combatants push themselves to the limits of endurance. In the final moments of the struggle, Punisher seizes control, disarming Bullseye and rendering him incapacitated on the unforgiving floor. Bullseye, with nothing left to use as projectile, has to go up against Punisher, who has already proved more enabled. Standing over his fallen adversary, Punisher's eyes lock at the Bullseye's, a stern warning etched in the battle-worn face. "Your reign of terror ends here," he declared, a testament to the unyielding pursuit of justice that defines him. The defeated Bullseye watches in seething frustration as Punisher retreats, leaving him for the authorities to grapple with. As Punisher disappears into the shadows of the desolate warehouse, the defeated Bullseye is left to contemplate the consequences of his action. The echoes of their clash linger in the air, a testament to the relentless dance between justice and chaos in the dark corners of the Marvel Universe. Some comics that you could see this. Daredevil issue number 191 in 1983, one of the earliest significant encounters between Daredevil, Punisher, and Bullseye. Written and drawn by Frank Miller, the storyline features a gripping confrontation between Punisher and Bullseye, adding a complex dynamic to the Daredevil mythos. Daredevil issues number 257 to 258, 1988. In this storyline, written by Ann Nocenti with artist John Romita Sr., Punisher and Daredevil team up against a threat orchestrated by Bullseye. The collaboration between Punisher and Bullseye is explored, showcasing both characters' differing approaches to justice. Punisher War Journal, issue number 2 and 3, 1988. A storyline by Carl Potts and Jim Lee in which Punisher faces off against Bullseye. This battle takes place within the context of the large Punisher War Journal series, where Punisher often encounters various Marvel villains. Daredevil vs. Punisher Means and Ends, 2005. A 6-issue limited series written by David Lompem and illustrated by David Aja. The storyline delves into the moral complexities of vigilantism and as Daredevil and Punisher find themselves at odds over their methods. Punisher Max, 2004 to 2008. The Punisher Max series, written by Garth Ennis, features a more mature and realistic take on the character. While Bullseye is not a central figure in this series, there are instances where he and Punisher cross paths, showcasing their intense rivalry. And Daredevil 2019 issues number 7 to 8 Through Hell arc, written by Chip Zdarsky. This storyline features a modern clash between Daredevil, Punisher, and Bullseye. The storyline explores the psychological and physical toll of their ongoing conflicts. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and let me know what you think. I gave the win to the Punisher strictly because I just like the Punisher more and I'm more fascinated by his character, but you let me know again what you thought of it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have an incredible day.